I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me, then I double up again under their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close, I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke, I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me, they need a blade in a sheath, a shank in a piece, a crate full of heat, an army, a fleet, a tank and a jeep, a navy at sea, with ace a marine, an ace up their sleeve, a team of marines, a freak on a leash, a beast with an appetite, razor for teeth, and still they would lay at my feet. Boy, you got the wrong one. I gotta look over all of my publishing statements for Q1 as soon as the song's done. I gotta call up my mama and tell her I made it as soon as my log's done. I gotta read all my trade publications and sip my tea till it is all done. I think it's all fun. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me, then I double up again under their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close, I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke, I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me, they need to play.
I'm hanging with the boys, man, they're part of the team. Part of the team, man, can I tell you, part of the team.
Welcome to Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up when we raise the flag, fire the cannons and seize the day, the crew's ready on.
What is up? It is October 17th. You're watching the Loose Cannons. I'm your host, Sam. We're hanging out with my boy, Stank and Latte. And I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Stank and Poppy Latte. It is not a victory Monday.
Sammer, why did you give the date, bro? What the fuck was that?
I'm just trying to get
that was weird.
Habit of that. I did last show. Anyway, listen, you're watching the Loose Cannons, obviously. The Buccaneers went to Pittsburgh yesterday. We were there. Beautiful fucking town, right, guys? Beautiful fucking town.
Gorgeous.
Cool things
Gorgeous
to
town.
do there. Unfortunately, we were going against a team that was 1-4, 1-5. They were not a very good fucking football team, and we expected to have some fireworks and have some fun. Going against a team that just gave up 38 points to the Buffalo Bills. They're out 4 starters in the secondary. This should have been our coming out party. Everything's back on track. And we have a pretty shitty, ugly-ass loss. I don't know what else to really say about that. I guess we'll just start fucking talking about it.
There's not much to say. First off, Pittsburgh fans, fucking awesome. Yinzer Mob, all the fans we saw out there, the tailgate, everyone around town. They were super fucking nice. It's really weird. The 2 Loose Cannons Travel Crew games Dallas and Pittsburgh, they've just been super nice.
Yep.
Very awkward. But on the trip side of it, thank you everybody that came with us. It was a blast. Legitimately, I was walking in with Sammer and Stank, and we started talking, and then we just shut up because it was a bucket list item for us. I just wanted to take it in. Like Sammer said, I don't even want to talk. I just want to take it in and walk in. I mean, seeing the terrible towels. I mean, I grew up seeing that shit on TV on fucking prime time. Like, fuck the atmosphere. It was amazing. And it was set up on a fucking tee for our team to set up. Speaking of, set up on a tee. They should have teabagged the fucking Steelers. I don't know what the fuck that was, okay? I'm usually half glass full guy. I'm usually positive all the time, not just with this fucking regime, with all the previous regimes, right? I'm the fucking dope that falls for it every time. Every time. I fall for it. And listen, this coaching staff's done a lot of stuff. When they were on BA staff and we won a Super Bowl, we've done a lot of shit, but you got to call a spade a spade. They played like shit. Okay? Some of the defensive players are getting a little too big for their britches. Might be reading a little too many newspaper clippings. The defense is carrying us, but when it was 3rd and 16 and 3rd and long on 2-3 times, you got to make the stop. We didn't make the stops. Yeah, and on offense, I don't know what the fuck's going on. 12 is seeing ghosts. I don't know what the fuck's going on. We miss our center. We miss our left tackle. I thought we could overcome that, and we probably still could, right? We're 6 games in. Everybody fucking breathe. But he looks like shit, period. It's not just the play calling. It's on everybody. The offense looks like shit. The play calling looks like shit. It looks disjointed. He's seeing ghosts. He's throwing worm burners. We're not targeting Mike, but fucking one time in the second half. I don't know what the fuck's going on, okay? I'm going to shut up now. Sammer, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, man, I mean,
mind-blowing.
Like, I get the whole 3rd and 11, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 15, all those 4, like, massive first third downs that we gave up. I can't blame the defense, considering we gave the ball to the offense over and over.
I'm not blaming the defense, though, solely. I'm saying it falls on everybody.
I know. I can't even pin those plays on them because they gave the offense the ball back time and time again in the first half, and we kicked 3 field goals. You make those touchdowns instead of field goals, it's 21-10 at halftime, and this game is out. The team we're facing is going to check out. They're not interested. You don't give this team any NFL team hope. We had these guys hanging around with the fucking lead. We're kicking field goals. I mean, I know execution is a thing, but dude, like, we don't sugarcoat it here. The 3 of us have talked. Like, Byron's got to change some shit.
You don't know. We're shields for the team. We don't ever criticize the coaches on this podcast.
Byron's got to fix some shit, dude,
no, we don't.
Gone.
We're not allowed. Don't criticize the coaches. Don't do it.
Don't
do it. I love Byron, dude. Greatest OC in the history of the Buccaneers.
And I love Bowles.
Great guy.
Bro. I love Bowles.
Love Bowles. I like all the coaches.
No,
all the players' fault.
We like Bowles, and there are relationships of this podcast. But again, like I said earlier, you got to call a spade a spade. I don't know what Coach. What are you talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? This team's still thinking about the Super Bowl. That was 2 years ago, Coach.
No way.
What are we talking about here?
No way that's actually happening. First of all, where are those players that are on this team from? There's like a handful of them left over from that squad that are like going to actually matter in terms of stats. I don't see Levante David and Devin White coasting on some shit that happened 2 years ago. We just lost to the Rams last year. I don't see anyone on this team coasting on that. So I don't know if he was baited into that or if there's different context to the answer. I don't give a fuck about that shit, dude. But come on, man. Guys, we're going against a team with how many secondary players out? What do you think is your game plan if you're in the NFL as an OC? Run the ball 25 times or what?
Hold on. We're going to let Stank answer this question. We usually don't, but you said
all right, Stank,
you have that many DBs out and you're an NFL,
offensive coordinator. What are you doing?
What are you going to attack? But hold on, Sammer. Not only do you have that many DBs out, you have Mike fucking Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage. What the fuck are we doing? It's not like we have the fucking.
You can stop at Mike Evans.
Shitty receiving core. I don't know, bro.
It doesn't matter.
What are we doing?
You can stop at Mike Evans. You don't even have to have a Mike Evans.
Exactly.
You don't even have to have a Mike Evans for this to make any sense. We see teams across the league constantly. You face a team that's depleted in Area A, you attack Area A. You don't go attack Area B using your rookie left guard against the fucking strength of their goddamn team, which is stopping the run with giant-ass Cam Hayward. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Stank, what are you doing as an offensive coordinator?
Hey, which one of us is the one that
in my experience,
banged their head against the wall? Was it you, Stank?
No, I banged my head against my pillow until my nose bled when I was a kid. Anyways,
That's
in my
pretty much
experience
what
as
we're
an
doing
NFL offensive coordinator, okay, and I little bit experience. You know what I like to do? I like to play check down football, bro. That's what I like to do. I like to drop back, throw under the sticks, 3rd and 7, no problem, 6-yard pass. That's what I really like to do. I love that. I love that shit. Okay, call it. Is that play calling? Is that play calling?
Hey,
is it the receivers not getting the proper depth? What is it? We can criticize first down, right? So run the ball until, I don't know, bro, until we're all fucking dead. It's 3rd down. 3rd down is what you want to focus on. Execution, play calling, Tom Brady. I don't care who's at fault. We suck. We can't. Who said it the other day? If it's 3rd and 1, bro, just pack it in, right? 3rd and 1, it's over, bro. We're punting.
What doesn't make sense to me too is I was telling you guys on the drive. If it's 3rd and 1 and we know it's a short yardage situation and it's for whatever reason we have a mental block on 3rd and short yardage, just go for 10 yards. Can't we just go get 10 yards? Why are we trying to get the exact yardage? It's like, wait, we need 3rd and 1.5. Got it. Let's go get 3rd 1.6. Just enough. What the fuck are we doing here?
You want to know the best part about this, guys? You want to know the best part about this? The guy sitting behind me, super cool Steelers fan. We're talking about that, right? If it's 32, just go for 10, right, Sam? We're joking about that all game, internally with us, not with the Steelers fans. And it was the 3rd and 16 play, bro. The guy behind me, I feel like we would be like, pack it in, just run it and punt it. Run and punt it, we're good. The guy behind me is like, just fucking chuck it. Just have Mitch chuck it. The worst that can happen is the pass interference, and then they convert.
That's exactly what they do.
Fucking Mike Evans on the other side, and we're not just chucking it. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude, and that we criticized him after the Saints game. We talked about it. Dude, I think Byron thought because the Cowboys game worked out and because the Saints game worked out, we were out physicaling these two teams, playing good defensive teams. We played good defense, and we irked out this fucking dungy ass type of win twice. Todd Bowles and Byron are like, oh shit, we found our fucking recipe. It's not fucking working, dude. What the fuck is this? What are we doing right now?
Yeah, and it's equally as bad on the other side of the ball. Yes, we got some stops, but when we need to get stops, we can't do it. When we need to get off the field on 3rd down, we can't do it. It's the exact same. We suffer from the exact same shit on both sides of the ball. When we need 1 yard, we can't get it. That's bad football. Yeah, that's bad football.
Stink, I get that.
Cook just said it. King Cook just said it. Goes,
I know. I'm sorry, Cook. I meant to give you credit, bro.
Yeah,
I was reading your comment when I said that. You're right.
And that's how I feel at times when I'm looking at it. Right. He said coaching has nothing to do with it. Not getting a 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. That's effort. It's fucking how are we getting blown up? You know what we gotta go do? We gotta go get 1 fucking yard.
Do you know why we're
getting 1 yard?
You know why we're getting blown up? Because everybody in the stadium knows what we're gonna do. Everybody. You don't think a fucking defensive coach knows what the fuck we're doing? They load up the box and we still run the play. Tom Brady, has he fucking audibled at all this season? What the fuck is going on? And Stank, listen, I was making that point on the show that you guys couldn't be here with Casey Hudson. I made the point of Tom Brady.
What?
I made the point on that show.
You heard that Freudian slip?
Heard that clip.
I make the show.
I made the point that I don't imagine a scenario in which Tom Brady is signing off on game plans that he wouldn't himself approve. Right?
Exactly.
So we have to go into it thinking there's something that makes sense at that point. Otherwise, Tom would have a problem. Or is Tom so fed up with it, it doesn't want to be the guy that becomes bigger than the team that he's just taking a step back and doesn't want to embarrass a coach. But I find that hard to believe too. It doesn't add up how it goes from game planning to the actual game, and we see how is Mike Evans
you're exactly
not
right.
your focus? Why is that not the thing?
You're exactly right, by the way. Tom, we can criticize Tom, and I do it all the time because it's fun. Because I just love to see people go, "Oh, how dare you even bring up something?" Bro,
you had the worst tweet of the year, by the way.
I don't know what tweet. What tweet? What tweet you talking about? I don't know what tweet you're talking about. I have no idea what tweet you're talking about. Let me finish my point before my stupid brain forgets exactly what I'm talking about. I already forgot.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. Oh, you.
Oh, I know what it is.
You like to criticize Tom.
If Tom is signing off on that game plan, there's bigger problems. Like it really is a problem with Hainsey and Gedeke. He is scared shitless back there to step back and hold the ball for more than 3 seconds. That's why he's panic and check down. Panic and check down. It has to be that, right? He's not stupid. We're stupid. It's fucking Tom Brady. So it has to be that. There's no other explanation. It's those two guys.
Yeah, but when he was given time, though, it's
Sammer, we talked about it yesterday, dude. He literally looks out there like he's seeing ghosts, bro. Because even when there is time, he'll kind of double clutch. He's unsure. He's throwing worm burners. He's throwing balls inaccurately. The screen to Rashad was high. A couple screens to Godwin were high. He's not playing well, bro. And put on the O-line, put it on him. It's on both, right? They work together, right?
I'm agreeing with that. I'm not saying he's playing well. I'm saying there are times where they are giving him time. And
that's not what you're not getting my point, though, Sam.
No, I know but let me finish. My point is when he does have time, he's either not finding the guy or they're just not open. And at that, you have to question: is there a play design problem? Like how many times this season? Dude, last week against the Falcons, we had 2 receivers in the same spot. Still, shouldn't be happening at this point. The same thing happened yesterday, where we had guys just like, why the and then other times, dude, kills me. And I know Tom likes to make his read before the snap. He'll snap the ball, and it's already being thrown to Leonard Fournette. Not a single fucking second spent on the actual formation, the play that we called. How's it going to develop if we're throwing it before that we've even hit our second foot?
No, he gives up on shit.
Like
real
immediately.
Real quick. By the way, before we go too far, because we've had a couple super chats, Leo Galimara says, why does this team have this game every year? 2020 Bears, 21 Commanders, 2022 Steelers. One game, we shouldn't destroy them, but we lose ugly. And then we also had a super chat from Todd G in the building. Fire Byron. I'm tired of hoping he'll get better. He's overrated and outclassed. Listen, it's hard. It's really hard to defend Byron Leftwich. I was one of his biggest fucking criticizers, if that's a word. I was one of his biggest criticizers, and he made me a believer after we won a Super Bowl. He made me a believer after we won.
Say criticize and criticism with circumcision
First of all,
at the same time.
Can I say this on the podcast? Fuck you, Sammer, and fuck you, Latte. Okay, I have been up since 5, whatever. I haven't had any. With that? I haven't slept because of you assholes.
Oh, yeah, Zach made me fly. We didn't let us sleep in the car either. You
motherfuckers made me wake up early every fucking day, fly out of the fucking shoebox airport in West Virginia. All right, motherfuckers. So fuck you. You're the reason we lose.
Guys, hey, legitimately, there wasn't even like a TSA there. It was different. It was different, Zach. You weren't lying, bro. The airport was different. Woo!
I told you it was a building with 2 doors and a waiting room. Like it wasn't even big enough to be a doctor's office. That was a DMV.
And you weren't lying, Sammer. You said it's a little bumpy on the way up, but once you get up there, it's nice and smooth. That airplane ride, bro, on the way up was like, I was like, oh my god, my god.
Plane was made out of wood. The plane was made out of wood. I told you.
Please.
Plane was made out of wood. No, let's back to this fucking debacle, dude. I mean,
fucking game.
What's crazy to me is that like, it doesn't feel like there's any game plan going into these games every single week. It's like we're not scheming to use our strengths against your weaknesses or expose your deficiencies this week versus another week because of injury, whatever it is. Teams do this week in and week out. You can have your shit and still do something that is in your playbook that attacks what they don't do well. But every week we do the same thing. We hand the ball off and play to the defensive strength and just sit back and like everything feels, and I don't want to question Tom's work ethic, and for the fucking idiots who think that him going to a wedding mattered, it didn't matter. The game plan's set long before that.
Walkthrough. The game plan's been set in
It
stone.
doesn't matter if he goes to a walkthrough or not. It really has zero fucking effect on the game. They're not going to all of a sudden have chemistry with the receivers because they went to a goddamn walkthrough. So it's stupid.
What do you mean? There's nobody there taking a red pen to the game plan on Saturday night?
My whole point, my thing is like, okay. I'm not saying Tom's not trying hard, but everybody on offense looks uninterested. Like they're just going out there going through the motions because they know it's not going to work. That feels a lot like when you see basketball players, like I was telling you guys, like know what they're going to run a set. It's not going to work. They just go do it for their coach's sake and they go home. They don't give a fuck. Are you guys seeing the same shit that I'm seeing? Like I'm not seeing guys who want to be out there to play offense. It feels like the defensive guys look like they have energy, but the offense just comes out there like, fuck, we got the ball. Like they're scared. It's weird.
No, bro.
Stank,
The big dick has left the building, bro. Bruce is gone. Bruce is gone, and he took all the swagger with him.
Are we missing BA?
Yes, we're missing BA, bro.
Swag? Are we missing that attitude on the sideline? Because people love to say, and I don't know what the fucking saying is exactly, Stank. Maybe you know because you're older than dirt. But usually teams take the personality or they take on the attitude of their head coach, right?
Yes.
And again, we've always done that, haven't we?
We love Bowles. We have cool dude, very nice guy. But are we missing BA? Are we missing the
definitely
big
missing
dick,
BA, bro?
The big, like, we're all about putting our dicks on the table. We know that, right?
Yep.
How many times have we pushed the ball downfield? Like, what is going on? Are we missing the fucking guy with the crown on the sideline? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, a lot was made of BA and Tom's relationship, right? But I don't think there's anybody in that building anymore that's there to say fuck you, Tom.
Challenge him.
No, exactly. That nobody's gonna challenge that guy. He's gonna go to fucking somebody's bar mitzvah next week, and nobody's gonna tell him no. All right, this guy's doing whatever the fuck he wants, and I'm sure everybody in the locker room's like, "Yeah, dude, we get it. You're Tom fucking Brady. This is year 3 now. The shine is worn off. They smelled his shits in the locker room. They know he's a regular fucking human being, and they're out there busting their ass and committing. And yeah, maybe it doesn't matter that he's not missing anything, but the team has to deal with this. The other players have to fucking answer the questions over and over and over again. They're seeing all the tweets, they're seeing all the social media. It sucks to have to do that, to fall on the sword for that guy. BA's not there. He would always fall on the sword for everybody on this team. Always. And I love Bowles too, bro. But this fucking just monotone, quiet, it's just, we're going to get things fixed. We got things to fix. Like, it just, God, it just fucking gets under my skin. I don't like it.
This team could go for a good old BA press conference right now.
Yeah.
Like, we played like fucking shit.
We played like shit. They played like shit.
12 played like shit. He'd call them all out by name too.
I was going to say, I don't think we miss BA questioning or holding Tom accountable. I feel like it's just Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, like these guys hold themselves accountable. That's not a thing that needs to be
He would
said.
call Tom out in the press conferences. He would
fine.
absolutely
That's fine.
do that.
I don't think we're missing that aspect of it. We're missing fire on the sidelines. We're missing creativity in the fucking film room, in the game room, and like the approach, the mindset. Even if it didn't always work in terms of the risk it, no biscuit, it was get the fuck out there and just fucking attack. And now, like, we're going to add a bunch of shit. We're going to throw a bunch of shit at fucking Byron. But you know what? The guy above him might be telling him, hey, I don't want to take risks. I don't want to take chances. I don't want to throw the ball deep. I want to play dungeon. And that shit obviously does not work anymore. It's 2022. You got to score points. We gave up 20 points, and that's kind of what I think is fair to expect from a defense nowadays. And we got the ball how many times and turned it into fucking field goals?
And it's not just that.
21-10 at halftime. Could have been 21-10 at halftime and the game's over, dude. So we kicked field goals.
We're complaining. We're complaining about that, and you're right. Me and Stack were talking about the third and longs and stuff, but yeah, if your defense is giving up 20 points in this day and age, you're damn near playing perfect giving up 20 points, bro. You got to be able to score more than 20. By the way, Snake, get your point in, but Legion Computer says, for all the fans who said we wouldn't miss Bruce, how you feeling now? When he left, the creativity, the accountability, the offense, and the fire left with him. Listen, I had this conversation on Spaces with Stank. We talked about it when Bowles took over. I was extremely happy. It was going to be one of our guys. And I was happy with one key thing, and that was that BA was staying in the building. And I thought that his big dick energy, that aura, the accountability, what he had said in zone was going to continue to be here because he was still in the building. But this doesn't feel the same, to say the least.
And really, they neutered him since he's been in the building. Instead of the organization and everybody saying, he's allowed on the sidelines, bro. He works for the fucking team. After the whole shit that happened in New Orleans, they kicked him off the sidelines too. And I don't know, bro. I'm not here to. Who knows what the fuck's going on? But it's not just him, right? We're missing Red. We're missing our center. We're missing that kind of fuck you. Sue gave us a kind of fuck you on the other side of the ball. We're missing those kinds of attitudes, not just on the coaching staff, but in the locker room. And it shows, man. It really fucking shows. That Steelers team had no business being on the field with us. Their entire fan base, the entire, leading up to the game was like,
everyone.
you guys, easy win for you guys. And the whole time made me uncomfortable. We're like, you must not know Buccaneers football, bro. There's no such thing as an easy win.
You know what the difference is, Stank? The guy wearing the headset on the other sideline. Tomlin would not allow
It's true. They got embarrassed last week and they came back and
It's not going to
fought.
allow them to get embarrassed. And I said they're going to play with pride leading up to the game. But, dude, that team, even when they were leading on the scoreboard, did any of you guys look at that game and feel like, yeah, we're out of this game or they're beating us?
No.
It didn't even feel like they were winning, dude. It felt like a 0-0 game the whole time. And they were like, even with them winning the game, they still didn't feel like they were winning the game. Like, that is even worse. That makes it feel even fucking worse that we couldn't just do normal
almost
shit.
Worse, Sammer, what's almost worse, Sammer, is just like the Green Bay game, the Atlanta game we got off to early, but like the Green Bay game, this game, similarly, we almost could have pulled it off. If we got the 2-point conversion, we could have won this game, and in ugly fashion. And it's like they get the heads out of their asses for like a drive, and it's like, oh wow, doesn't look perfect, but a little more normal. And they almost could have pulled it off, which honestly, they needed this wake up call, or the one before last week.
Fuck
too.
that shit. I'm so sick of hearing that, bro. After last week, the fourth quarter against the Falcons, why didn't they wake up after that shit, bro? That's like 5 straight quarters of them doing fucking nothing. This team doesn't need a wake up call. It needs a shake up in some way. I don't know what it is.
Are you benching Tom? Are you starting Blaine?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, listen.
Think about it.
Here's what's funny. Think about this. The only time we scored a touchdown yesterday was the drive that we went into hurry up. We went quick pace, in and out of the short huddles, if we even huddled at all. We walked down the fucking field and we scored. Tom Brady's calling those plays off of his wrist. Guys are maybe sense of urgency. I don't know what the fuck it is, but this team, the offense does not look like they know what the fuck they're doing. And if they're doing anything, it's just the same 5 plays over and over and over again. It's like, it's the most frustrating is that we just can't get a yard. Oh, that's fine. We can't just attack the fucking team. What's wrong with this fucking shit, dude? It doesn't make any. I don't even know what to say. I don't even. It's just funny at this point. And like I'm not gonna say fire Todd Bowles, but you know what I will say with you, Stank. It reminds me a lot of Lovie Smith. It reminds me a lot of Tony Dungy. That like soft spoken, don't throw my guys under the bus type of shit. But on the sidelines, man, like why aren't you throwing flags? Why aren't you throwing? Just fucking get in someone's fucking face, man. I know it's not his style, but. How many times yesterday could he have just like been more aggressive? I think we punted on 4th and 1 when we were down in the fourth quarter. Like, how is that happening?
No, and then Zach pointed out a great point. They didn't go for it on 4th and 1 from the goal line to convert or inside the 5 or something like that. They didn't QB sneak it there, but then because we can't and we shouldn't because we have a 45-year-old quarterback that can get banged up. But then we go for it on 4th and 1 and QB sneak it from like the 50. So we don't do it to score, but we do like
the
4th
and 1, the 4th and 1 on the goal line is shorter than the 4th and 1 and a half that we even went on. The one
Where was it? It was inside.
We got knocked back on 2nd down because we tried to fucking pull our guard and the fucking for some reason instead of just lining up and blasting in there, we're getting fancy on the fucking goal line, and then we lost 4 yards and then at that point, we had lost all momentum, bro. They were just in our heads and in our backfield all game long. We just could not convert any short yardage.
Yeah, but dude, like my thing is like, sure, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, I get it. You want to run the ball, but it doesn't work what we keep doing. We ran the ball one time to the outside yesterday on a 3rd and short, and what happened?
Yep,
converted. What happened? We converted it. We got 7 goddamn yards. Every time we're in 3rd and 4th and 1, what are we calling? We're not NFL guys. We're fucking idiots, right? The 3 of us can guess what the play is right now. It's just right up the fucking gut with Leonard Fournette at a shotgun. And it doesn't work. And fucking one time we changed it up and it worked. Like, because there's a comment here that says the reason we're not asking that is because our O-line sucks. The interior of our O-line sucks. There's no reason for that to be the crutch, though. There's plenty of teams with shitty offensive linemen on the inside with injuries. And Latte and Stank, do they not fucking come up with creative ways to run the ball? Come up with ways to not expose. There's ways to work around that shit. This is not the first time a guy's ever been injured and he had a backup in. This doesn't make any sense. Those excuses, they're old at this point. It's fucking week 6, man. Come on. We're going into week 7. Run the ball outside. Go to fucking Tristan Wirf's side. What the fuck are we doing right now?
Staker, go ahead. Take your
flowers. I'm out of energy, bro. I don't even know what to say anymore, dude.
No. Read your flowers from PMP.
Oh, played your computer, my friend. Stank is 100% right.
And even spelled like you. He even spelled it like you.
We need to shack up. I think he said supposed to be sack up.
We need a shake up.
We need a shake up. See, I can't read it. You sure we want me to read this shit, bro?
We need a shake up.
Our defensive leader might be the most overrated board.
Okay, let Sam read it. Let Sam read it. Stop it.
Our defensive leader might be the most overrated board linebacker in the league. On offense, our OC continues to ignore metrics. EPA per run versus EPS per pass. I don't know about that shit in terms of the analytics and whatnot. I don't think we're a big analytics team. Whether that's right or wrong, who gives a shit? It just, it's football, man. If you run up the middle and it doesn't work, why do you do it again?
I like that we ran RPO.
We got a spam.
We got a little bit of we got a little bit creative on one of our running plays.
And it worked.
Yeah, it did work. It did work. That was the only play this season where we're like, holy shit, is that something new? One wrinkle? Took you 6 weeks to install that?
Zero creativity, man. And I don't know what else to say about it. And it's not to say that BA was that creative. It was just, it felt like you were trying to score. This doesn't feel like you're trying to score. Ah, dude, they're all over us, man.
You gotta stop saying NFL in games.
I think there's a way to moderate it, and if anybody repeats the same thing more than once, it will automatically block them.
No, I can just make it members only if I really want to. But what I was saying is, it doesn't like our team feels like we're trying not to lose when we play on offense, as opposed to just attacking and trying to score points. And that's the death of any fucking sports team.
No Saint, who's a good friend, who's a Saints member, he's cool, he's a good friend, says, you guys need to Taysom Hill for your 1 yard plays. No, we need fucking O-line that's going to push.
I'll take him.
But Latte,
I'll take him.
Hold on. I get it what you're saying. Okay, we need an offensive line that can push, right? But if you know your offensive line is not going to push, what are you going to call? A run play or a pass play?
Pass play.
That's my fucking point. Why is that the problem? Like, oh, well, we don't get very good push on run plays. Well, it's if we know that and you're telling us that, then don't fucking run the ball. Throw it.
I
you
love
can't
Lenny.
throw 5 yards? You can't throw for 5 yards?
I love Lenny. We all love Lenny on this podcast. Part of the team. But, man, if we're being honest, can I ask you both a question and the chat, and people are going to be calling this soon. Is Rachaad White a better short yardage runner at this point?
We don't even know.
He is. And the 2 times that we've seen it happen.
The 2 times I've seen him in short yardage.
He's converted. But, again, that's still not my point. If you know that you cannot block a certain play, why the fuck do you keep calling that play? And you know the defense knows that play. Why aren't you calling out of that play? Or why are you, like, what is going on? How is it just so, like,
Sammer, you said it before. I don't see the gamesmanship with Brady.
There's no game plan.
I don't see him walking up to the line and checking in and out of plays. I just don't see it. I don't get it.
He's not being a general out there like we've seen.
No, it's odd, dude. It really is. I mean, yes, we have a lot of new pieces on offense, but we got some vets out there that he can look over to Mike. He can look over to Godwin at this point.
Not just vets that he's played with.
Right.
Like,
and check in and out of plays when they're stacking the box with fucking 10 guys. We
had that play for 2 years. He'd run up to the line. If he doesn't like what he sees on a run play, he would look either Godwin or Mike and just throw it to him immediately. Right? They get 1 or 2 yards or whatever the fuck they would get. Where's that play been all year?
I don't know, man.
We've not once checked out of a play.
Hold on, King, because King usually has good points, and I agree with you. And we haven't seen much from White. He said White is not doing what Breece Hall is doing. I'll tell you that. So I don't know. I'm not really seeing it yet. Like, he hasn't had the opportunities that Breece Hall's had either. And Breece Hall wasn't exactly lighting the world on fire the first 3-4 weeks of the season. These last 2 weeks has been great, and I took him in fantasy because I knew it was going to be. I knew it. Yeah,
but it takes backs carries,
and it takes carries. You got to get into a rhythm. When we've seen Rachaad over a couple drives, like me and Stammer talked about and Stanks talked about, he's looked good. He's looked good catching the ball in the backfield. He picked up a couple short yardage plays, 3rd and 1s here against Atlanta. Where I was like, oh shit, wow, he's not fucking dancing around the way Lenny does. And it's not always Lenny's fault. Somebody said in the chat too, it's not on Lenny. It's not. I said it. We need more push from the O-line. But as far as vision and just getting upfield, so far in the very minimal sample size, I want to give it to Rachaad over Lenny. I just do.
And yesterday, Lenny played well, in my opinion. I don't remember him really missing what I thought was a hole. Obviously, we're not watching it. We're in the corner of the stadium. But he also ran more north than south, did he not? I think we both, all three of us said at one point, he's going more north than south. But again, I revert back to the same thing. It's like, why are we doing something if we know the defense knows it? Why are we still doing it? whether that's on Tom or not on Tom, the only way I can possibly explain it, because Stink, you say, where is the gamesmanship from Tom? The only way I can explain it is that he doesn't want to be the guy that tries to embarrass the coaches in front of the guys, or doesn't want to be the guy who totes the company line. Whether he takes it on with them behind the scenes is not, I don't know. But there's a dynamic there that's fucking wrong. There's something there where, like, why is Tom just settling for the play when he shouldn't? And maybe we're fucking idiots. We don't know. Obviously, we don't know if the fuck the call is in the huddle. We don't know that shit. We're just talking out of our asses, right? But there's something there that's not connected, man. It doesn't add up. And
Sammer, someone just said in the chat.
I don't get it.
And I think it speaks for the entire season right now. It said the fact we haven't ran a quarterback sneak since last year, middle of last year, somewhere on there, I think it was. And Tom Brady arguably is the best sneaking quarterback in the league. Like,
I guess
he's maybe not currently. Jalen Hurts, what they do this is pretty nice, but over his career, he's pretty fucking good at it, right? We can all agree there. The fact that the QB sneak doesn't work tells you everything you need to know and encapsulates what's going on with the season and the O-line up front. It's just not.
Bro,
Lindsay in the chat's dropping Byron Leftwich cliches, which is it's pretty fucking funny actually.
my thing is though, like, I get that about Tom Brady, but if we're talking here about, like, why aren't we calling the quarterback sneak like as our go-to 3rd and 1 play? We have fucking big problems. That shouldn't be our play. I will go back to, like, teams like the Chargers, teams like the Ravens, the Niners, even to an extent. Like, these teams, when they're in 3rd and 1, the Eagles 3rd and 1, they're not going for 1 yard. They're just trying to get a first down. Go, like, you have Mike Evans, dude. You can't get 3rd and 1? Cool, no problem. 4 wide, put somebody next to Tom to protect him, and just fucking throw the ball. Who gives a fuck?
PMP's bringing fucking heat tonight, and he's right, Sammer, and he's right. But under this circumstance, what do? He said, what is Tom supposed to do? Audible to what? When we're running, somebody just commented.
What's Tom supposed to
audible when we're running jumbo sets with 3 tight ends and set max protection? I mean,
yeah, I mean there are pass plays out of those sets as well. You have lots of different options out of every formation.
We keep mentioning Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. We got all these people, but when you're in 3 tight end sets, you don't have all those guys out there.
Yeah, and there's also audibles in regards to which gap the running back is going to hit, where the ball is going to work. Like,
yeah,
he can see where they're heavy and where they're light.
Yeah.
But so the offensive line makes their checks. You see Hainsey, he's out there, he's making checks, and Tom's supposed to agree or disagree, or Tom can say, no, I want him to be the Mike, and that, affects what they do with their blocking scheme. But out of that 3 tight end jumbo set, you best believe there's a fucking play action play out of that. There's a play where the tight end goes straight out, and when another tight end goes into the back on a post, and somebody else goes into the, like, there's plays out of that. Tom can change it. The fact that he's not either means that he's had his hands tied, which I don't imagine anybody would be stupid enough to do that. And plus, he's obviously better than what Byron is. No offense to Byron, but if Tom versus Byron, Byron's losing. And then, I mean, it's got to be he just doesn't give a fuck, or he's checked out, or it's a shitty thing to fucking say. He's Tom Brady. We love the fuck out of this guy.
I don't know if he's checked out.
It's one of those.
But I can't see him going out like this. And Edwin Smith says it best here, because we've all seen it. We've seen it for fucking years in New England. Oh, they take a huge loss to Miami, or they look like shit, and it's like, oh, the dynasty's finally over. And Edwin Smith very well be right. With all that being said, it's only 6 games, right? And he said, you know how many times in 23 years I've heard people doubt Tom Brady? It's fucking crazy. And it's true. It's not all on Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady can't save the entire team. Though. We're not doubting Tom Brady, and it's not all on him. He can't save the entire team. But it's still early. We can't get something corrected.
I am. I'm doubting.
Doubt him? Fucking doubt him then. Fucking doubt him. Look at the camera right now. We're going to shut up. You doubt him, clip him, and somebody tag him, and then he's going to keep that receipt.
Tom, it stank again. Listen, dude, I know I tweeted out some pretty questionable things lately, and I apologize. The one thing I don't apologize for is your play, okay? I'm doubting you. I'm doubting that you can get this team together. I'm doubting you get Bob Hainsey to do his job properly. I'm doubting you can get Luke Gedeke to do his job properly. I'm doubting that you can get this coaching staff to do their jobs properly. Listen, we all talk about, BA leaving the house, right? And now there's no more big dick in the locker room. You are the big dick in the locker room. We saw those ads, bro. We saw the size of the dick. We know you can swing it. How about you getting Leftwich's face, right? You need the criticism. You see that game plan every day, bitch. You get Tom Moore and Leftwich's face, and you say, "This ain't flying anymore. This is my fucking team." Okay, that's what you do. All right, Tom. Love you, bro.
Wow.
Did you just call Tom Brady a bitch?
Call Tom Brady a bitch, dude.
Played like one yesterday.
By the way, did you see that tabloid shit that's out now? The cover. They found out the real reason Giselle left is because it's a sexless marriage. Ouch.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, she can't handle the D.
You know what,
no, it's yeah.
Oh, he can't handle the P?
Yeah, she wasn't giving it to. Yeah.
Wait, she's not giving him the P.
No, she wasn't getting the D.
Yeah,
according to the article.
he goes to sleep at 8 o'clock. All right,
He goes to sleep at 8 o'clock and he's about his business.
Body's more important than whatever she wants. All right. I don't care. He's trying to win rings for us. All right. That's how I look at it.
Well, I mean, but he's up at 4:30 in the morning. Why can't she be up and available for him then?
Thank you.
Why is it always the D's fault, not the P's fault?
Boom. The D's ready at 4:30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably the best time for it to be ready. Honestly.
Listen, Susan, call in. We need Susan, our D and P fucking
You can't say
expert.
That, dude. Stop.
expert.
Can't say that. But somebody
Take
else,
a fucking call, bro.
Somebody made a good point though in the chat. They said that Mike Evans should be schemed to open, and we've been saying that for years. But what did we learn when BA was here? We run our offense the way we run it, and we kind of force you to figure it out and stop us. We don't scheme guys open. That's just not something we do. It definitely hasn't been something that we've seen. When Pless was on here last week, he was saying the same thing. Like, he doesn't see how guys are being schemed open, how guys are being, like, put in a position to win. And yesterday in that game, I didn't see many places for Tom to go. Yeah, he missed Mike a couple of times. I will say that. I saw Mike open a couple of different times, but he'd already dumped it off to Lenny at that point. And it's like...
Well, here's a name from the past. Greg DeCruz. What's up, Greg?
Greg.
Where you been, bro? How the muscles looking?
He's in fucking Costa Rica, bro.
Oh, that's why you fucking retired Costa Rica. You know, you don't even love. We don't love us no more.
I'm fucking jealous, bro.
He said, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have Brady fatigue." Me too, Greg. Me too.
I'm not tired of Tom Brady. I saw what we were before Tom Brady. I'm good. I am not tired of Tom.
Somebody does bring up a good point though. Greg DeCruz again. He says we need more Johnsons. We don't have.
We got rid of our Johnson.
Teams. Yeah, we don't.
We got rid of the biggest Johnson in BA, and then we got rid of our Johnson in the slot.
BA
we got Fred Johnson. He's huge Johnson.
Yeah, no, fuck that guy, bro.
Not just BA though, man. Like,
yeah, I said it, Fred. I said it, Fred. Where you at, bro?
You guys remember a couple years ago? It might have been the Super Bowl year when we were taking that ass whooping to the Falcons in Atlanta, and then at halftime, JPP lost his proverbial shit. We miss that kind of guy. Too much Devin White, not enough Mike Evans and Levantes.
Listen, there's free agents available. The Sue's available. 93. The real 93 is available. Gerald McCoy's available.
Stop, dude. Last week we already told Jake. They offered him. He's done. You know
Bro, what if Gerald joined this locker room? He could bring some experience. He could bring
That's
experience
the opposite of what we need
to the defense, bro. What are you talking about?
Dick energy. We don't need.
Give me a Gerald speech when he comes in week 7 to rile up the troops. Come on, we need it. We need it.
Hey! I'm a Buck for life, guy. I'm so glad y'all signed me. I just want to have fun. Batman.
Hey, Gerald, how do you feel about playing with Tom Brady, bro?
I mean, I grew up seeing Tom. It's a dream. Get fucking to it, bro. I just want to have fun.
I get what you guys are saying about the JPP
we
shit,
don't need Gerald,
but
yeah,
I don't think it's one of those things, man. You have Tom. Like, come on. I really think right now this the defense has had its points where you're like, come on, guys, you got to pick it up. But dude, they're playing fucking well, man. Aside from the Chiefs game, we've limited every single opponent to 20 or below points, have we not?
We have
20 or fewer points. Okay, that's a fucking winning defense, man. You can't
take.
score 20 points with this. I will go back to it, and I've been saying it since week 2, and people got on me for it. We are not creative. We are just simply not creative. Teams with no-name guys at wide receivers are getting wide open against good teams. Somehow the Giants are winning games. Somehow the fucking Falcons beat the 49ers.
Running out of his fucking mind.
I'm just saying, like,
we don't have Saquon Barkley.
I'm just saying, you figure it out, dude. That's my point.
He's the number 1 running back in the league.
The Falcons somehow beat the fucking 49. I'm just saying, dude. The Jets beat the Packers. The Jets are fucking ass. So are the fucking Steelers. I'm just saying, dude. You shouldn't beat them. Is my whole point. They were ass. They're just better at the ass. My point is that we do not scheme extremely talented guys open, while teams with garbage are getting wide open. And, like, they're creating offensive power. They're forcing it upon you. Byron makes it so easy to defend us when he shouldn't. He makes it easy. He doesn't force the issue with our guys. You should be shoving Evans down everyone's throat. You should be shoving Godwin down people's throat. What the fuck are we doing, man?
Oh, he got 5 targets, bro. 4 in the first half.
That doesn't matter, dude. Come on. Like, how does Mike Evans go against 4 backup center or secondary players and not score 3 touchdowns?
We targeted him 1 time in the second half, bro. He got his target. What the fuck?
We should be shoving Evans right down their throat.
Right down their fucking throat. By the way, hot take, guys. Listen, Tom's last year, right? It's probably his last year. This is it.
3 more years, bro.
3 more years? I think this is it. Michael Jackson. This is it. Tom's last year. Listen, Tom just wants to make it interesting, right? So last year the rumor was the BA was taking the red pen to the game plan. Maybe Byron's, scheming shit up, and Tom's like, nope. We're gonna keep it fucking vanilla. And then we're going to have the comeback story of the fucking century.
Wait, what if this was the game plan he was taking a red pen to? Run on first down. BA's like, nope. Run on. And that's what's missing, bro.
Run on first down every time. Nope.
That's what we're missing, bro. We need a fucking red pen back in the fucking building. Jesus.
Hey, we're only going to target Mike 4 times. Nope.
Listen, some of that shit happened, though, during the Super Bowl year where we're like, why is Mike Evans not the guy? Why, like... And I get that. Sometimes, it just doesn't happen or it's not in the cards.
But they took turns.
Yeah,
it was a Godwin game, a Mike Evans game, a Gronk game.
And you could still understand that there was a game plan in place in those games. Like, I think Gronk missing is now starting to become way more evident that Tom really does need that guy.
Oh, so now you're allowed to have that take and not credit and then be like, oh, obviously. Oh, what a fucking stupid thing to say.
I'm saying it's really hurting Tom. Because yesterday... We had that throw to Kate Otten, I believe it was, or maybe it was Cam Brate in the back of the end zone, where he had to go over the linebacker and get it to come down to the tight end. If that's Gronkowski, he probably just throws it on a line really high because he knows this guy's going to go up and get it, right? Mike Evans type of throw. That's that may have been a touchdown.
By the way, I haven't been on
that shade you threw. By the way, my boy Jack, I'm not going to let that slide, bro. What he was trying to do is make it funny. There's no shit. 29, 30 other teams would miss a Gronk. There's only one Gronk. There's only one Kelsey. There's only one Andrews, bro. The rest are just okay. Like, I like Kittle, but he gets hurt a lot. But you know what I mean. There's only a handful of teams that have an elite fucking tight end. I think that's what Jake meant.
Tom misses having him that dependability, whatever. It's not
that
so
blanket,
much
that comfort blanket.
He misses
bro.
that. He's not comfortable without it. It seems like he can't throw to a tight end. Where he can't just launch the ball high and hope the guy goes up and gets it. Like,
yeah, you see it with Mahomes, bro. It's any time he needs to play, it's Kels. Every time, bro. Like, the game is on the line. It's fucking that guy, bro. And we're missing our 87. We're missing that guy who can just make that fucking play no matter what.
But we have that guy on the squad.
13's that guy.
13's that guy.
Yeah, but he's not a check down guy. That's the problem.
He doesn't need to be a check down guy.
No, but Tom's looking for that outlet. That check down guy.
I don't know.
It's not here. So Tom's going to have to adjust, bro. Yeah. And it's not coming back.
And Otten looked good. By the way, I haven't been on Twitter all day. I was napping.
Stupid motherfucker catch. That third down catch he had, bro, or whatever.
Do we have an update on Cameron Brate? I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a neck strain. It's fine. No concussion, no neurological problem.
Oh, okay.
Just a neck strain, but I don't think we see Brate for a while.
No.
Coming off the concussion.
Brate might be that might have been Brate's career. Honestly, that's not something you come back from. And he's already had a couple.
Happened to Allstott with the neck.
He's had multiple concussions already, not just this season alone. He's had multiple concussions. That's just, yeah. Eventually, he's smart. He went to Harvard. You guys know he went to
Harvard guy, yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear from the chat, man. Let's hear from the if you have something to say.
We have any callers?
Call in. Okay.
I have a caller. All right. We're gonna go to the 863 area code. We're talking to the Loose Cannons. You're on the Penthouse hotline. What's up?
863. What's up?
863.
Go.
Hello.
Yo.
You're here. We're here.
Hey, this Jay Ketchup.
What's up, Ketchup Finger?
What's up, man? Hey, I wanted to tell y'all, man.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down, or your laptop, or whatever.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to tell you, man. I don't know what it was, man. Oh God, let me tell you what I think about the game. We weren't ready for this game, clearly. And man, I mean it sucks, man. I said, damn, man, we finna beat this team. We ain't beat this team, but about how many points? What, about 5-10 years ago or something like that? About 1 point? Like, we have never beaten this team. And I was just like, man, I want to say, by the way, Stink, I like your hat. That Bucs hat you had on last week.
Appreciate that.
I liked it.
Oh,
I like this one too.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I love that, man. That was nice. And I wanted to tell you, man,
Thank you.
Man, we got to get this game next week. I mean, it's just 2 points, too. That's what hurts a little bit. It's like, dang. I don't remember the last time we lost by 2 points. I don't know if y'all can remember that.
We lost by one to the Packers. Makes you feel
Green Bay game.
Yeah, I can't even remember that.
We've lost by a lot of different digits, man. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Why does that matter, though?
We lost by 56 to the
right.
Falcons. Amazing.
Right. Right. You know what? You know another thing. You know who I blame in this game? I blamed AB. And let me tell you why.
Oh, here we go.
What?
I know you know what happened. What he did last year when we walked in. I said if AB just would have came back, just say, oh, you know what? I'm just want to surprise people. You know, AB is a character. If he would have just came back and just said, you know, I'm coming back in, and I'm ready to go. Hopefully, coach would take him back with apology. You know,
no. Not gonna happen.
Love you, catch your
Never gonna
fingers.
happen.
Love you, catch your fingers. But fucking hell, what are you even talking about,
What?
man? What?
I mean, hey, Bucs fans are in a bad place, man.
AB is
Want AB to
gone.
come back and save us?
How the fuck is he to blame for this game? What the fuck are we talking about? Also,
By the way, we have never beat this. We beat the Steelers with Vincent Jackson. Rest in peace.
Hey, you know what?
Touchdown from fucking Mike Glennon. It was beautiful.
You can laugh
Really
at
won
catch
2
your
games that
fingers.
year.
You can laugh at catch your fingers. I'll take AB back right now. I'll do it. Take him back.
No.
I'll take him back.
Listen, we talked about it, and I forgot completely when we were
Mute
talking
his
about
ass,
the
bro.
defense. When we were talking about the defense, I forgot to say something, dude. You take away a punt return and a kick return from our shitty special teams coverage unit, by the way, yesterday, and we don't even give up. There's
20
2
points.
field goals off of that. I mean, we give up 14 fucking total points at that point. Like, we can't win with that kind of defense?
Hey, King Cook said it. He said, we better beat Carolina. King, that's the first thing we talked about at the hotel we got back with everybody. Zachary was like, yo, if we lose to Carolina, shit's going to get fucking ugly really quick. And their defense is better than the Steelers.
So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least they're healthier.
So let me ask you guys something.
man.
So we have a bye week coming up, and it's almost like right down the middle in terms of like a 50-50
Coming up, it's
split.
like 4 more games, bro.
Okay, it's coming up though, and we have 8 games, I believe, after that, or 6 to 8 games. I can't remember which number it was. I counted it last night. But do you think they're holding off on being able to like really make changes until the bye week, so that they can really focus in on like because this is not the same offense obviously as last year. Can they afford to make wholesale changes before that, or do you think they're waiting for the bye
No,
week?
teams don't do that in the NFL, bro.
Can't
You
do
rarely
wholesale
see.
changes,
Not
man.
a
They rarely
wholesale,
see-
but I mean like, hey, let's
Like they
take
did
a
the
step
year-
back.
Super
type
Bowl
of
year?
thing. Yeah,
Like
we'll
they
take,
did
the
Super
take,
Bowl
take
year
a
where they
step
got
back. More like take a step back and analyze what we're doing and what we're not doing well. Because it just
Well,
it
that's
feels like
usually
we're doing the same thing.
that's usually what teams do. They take a step back, analyze, and then you can't scrape it and start over, but make your adjustments more so than you can week to week. Because week to week, man, I mean, there's no time right now to be like, oh, we're scrapping all of this shit because you're already prepping for the next team and you can't install a whole new offense. So, I don't think they're necessarily going in with that mentality, like, oh, let's just hold on as tight as we can, guys, to the bye week. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are some major changes.
Maybe he can. You remember in like school when you had to when you go to the next chapter and you had to tear that paper off. I know I'm old, right? You had to tear the paper off to open up to the next section in the test.
Really, that's the way it is.
That's how it used to be. Maybe
You used to rip it open.
Maybe Byron can do that, right? There's a section in the playbook that's called throw the ball more than 10 yards. He needs to undo that one, right? Dust that thing off. Like Indiana Jones, like he just pulled a fucking sarcophagus, just blow that. What's this play right here?
He's right. He's right. You know what it feels like?
Hey,
It feels
you gotta get the lighter to see it too.
Yeah.
Listen, it feels like you're playing. So when I play my son, who's 8 years old, in Madden, he never leaves. So when it's time to call plays, he doesn't go up or down on whatever's the coach's suggestions.
That's Madden.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Susan.
He just stays on those three.
Remember, Susan.
So he's only ever like it feels like Byron is just calling the first 2 pages that he flips every single time. And that's just what we do, and you got to stop it, yada, yada. I mean, we didn't throw the ball more than fucking 7 yards yesterday, it felt like.
So this is his playbook?
Dude, I don't know, man. There's something missing.
Tell me, listen, I wish Plus was here right now. Tell me it's not the same 8 plays over and over and over again, bro.
This is the playbook, so he's out there looking like Smokey, like 20, 40, 50.
Hey, all I'm saying is when Tom
60.
went to hurry up the last 3-4 weeks, he scored touchdowns when we have been asleep the entire time leading up to that. I have some callers. We'll go to 813. You're on with the Loose Cannons. You're on the Penthouse hotline. What's up? 813.
Yo.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Captain Brady from Twitter.
What's up, Captain?
What's
Brady?
up, bro?
What's up, Captain Brady? You calling in to yell at me?
Yeah, just thank you, by the way, for helping me sell those tickets. It really helped me.
Oh, okay, you're welcome.
At an event I had to go to, so thank you for that, Stank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I personally am sick and tired of Devin White. He's rubbed me the wrong way in 2 games in a row. Falcons game, he said that board comment. That was annoying because you could see on the field that they clearly let the Falcons go back in because they're like, oh, it's the fourth quarter. They're not going to come back in the game. They almost did. And if it wasn't for that roughing, something might have happened. But if it wasn't for that DP, we don't even bother with that shit and we move on to the next week. Then in this game, he stupidly shoves Kenny Pickett, which causes a roughing the passer penalty when that shouldn't happen. Devin White is and I personally think that when Todd Bowles was talking about that Super Bowl comment, he was talking about Devin White. Devin White and maybe Byron Leftwich. Because Devin White, you could tell last year, he absolutely read his headlines and he fell for hook, line, and sinker, and he played like shit.
Hey,
but
imagine.
this year,
Hold on. Imagine for a second.
playing those headlines. And those headlines are once again saying, oh, he's so good. He's the best player on the team, and da-da-da-da-da. First of all, Levante's better than him. I don't care. That's my dog, Levante David, is the best linebacker in the league or one of. Like, Devin, I'm sorry, you don't have the captain, you don't have that leadership that Levante has, and it shows it when you act the way he does on the field. It's very immature, and he doesn't act the way a captain should. Personally, if I was to name a captain, another captain aside from Levante David, I would put Antoine Winfield. I think he's played phenomenally, and it's clear that he is commanding the secondary, especially with Logan Ryan out. And that's my main issues with this team is the third down defense cannot stop for shit. And it's just annoying that every single time 3rd and 16, it's like they're going to convert because Carlton, the secondary, for some god reason, they always play in the back, but they back up when the play starts. They back up, and it's like, why? Just stay where you are and just wait till they get the ball and then tackle them. It's that easy. But when you back up, you're giving them more yards. It's mind-boggling to me with the way the defense plays. And I knew Todd Bowles does deserve a head coaching job, and I'm glad he does that. But this is the NFL is becoming more offensive-minded. So I think the Buccaneers, the reason why you're seeing the defensive team that's going on right now is because the NFL is an offensive league. And so get used to these games where it's like 20 points, 18, 16, because it's clear Todd Bowles has that Dungy mindset where it's like, we're going to run the ball, we're going to do all we can to rest our defense and hope to God we can score enough points to win the game because we're going to hold them to points, to very few points. So it's like he has that old school mindset of defensive play calling. And with the kind of players that we have, I don't think that's the kind of coach that's needed for this team. And it's a shame because I really wish that BA would have lasted another year because I would have loved Ken Dorsey. And that's mainly because I'm a University of Miami Hurricanes fan. And back in the day, Ken Dorsey was, he was my quarterback. So that's who I would have loved to come here for this team. But, yeah, that's my main issue with the team is Devin White just don't like him.
Good call, Captain Brady.
Yeah, it was a good call. I thought he was calling to yell at me. Now imagine for a second that Todd Bowles is calling out his coaches through the media, right? We're in big trouble if that's the case. He's like, I'm gonna send a message to Leftwich with this Super Bowl comment.
He doesn't strike me as that like Phil Jackson. Doesn't strike me as that guy. And BA did it because BA. It's just his way. He's trying. Yeah, it's how, and they know that. And I don't like. He's not doing that. I don't know what that comment even came from. The context of it. I got to go back and actually listen to all that shit.
It probably was at Devin White though.
I could see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he started off so fucking hot, and I wonder if he started reading his headlines again after the first 2-3 weeks of the season, and then
He played great against Dallas, bro. He had a fucking great game
he
against
played
Dallas.
great against the Saints too. He won NFC Defensive Player of the Month for the month of September, and that wasn't on accident. But he's fallen off a little bit. I mean, it's mostly in that run tackling, I feel like. But
hey, King Cook, Bowles is not the problem. He is what we need right now in the organization, which is stability. It's our players. It's our players have gotten entitled and
lazy
we
and
can't sleep in glossing over this fact, huh?
Yeah, lazy and entitled.
But
we've called that out though. We've said it for the last 2 weeks. They got to execute regardless.
I love this dude. I'm gonna keep this short. He visits my businesses, but 50 has not looked the same.
No, Vita has not looked good.
I'm not gonna go in, but he has not looked the same at all. Somebody was put a play on Twitter where it was just not trying, not pushing. I don't know what
I told you. Skinny Vita, bro. Skinny Vita.
He lost weight?
He lost a bunch of weight.
So you guys weren't here, but when Casey came on here, that same topic came up, the same subject, Vita Vea, why is Vita Vea looking? And I threw out the hypothesis or the theory that possibly, especially now that he's in Florida, do you remember when he was a rookie, he struggled with that heat when he first got here, conditioning? So now imagine he's playing on a line where nobody there next to him is commanding a double team, and he's getting doubled and tripled at times. He's getting tired almost too quickly, it feels like. And against the Atlanta Falcons, guy was dead tired. You could tell, and it was the heat probably.
How are you going to get tired in Pittsburgh? It wasn't no heat in Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, aside from that, he's getting triple teamed, double teamed, and at some point you just get. I know I'm not saying he's mentally weak, but you get kind of check out a little bit. You're like,
no, I mean, you're a human being, bro. You can't go fucking.
No matter what I do, I'm just going against nothing. I'm not doing anything.
That's the other side of the argument. That's why I said I'm going to tread lightly and be careful. You're right, and we are missing Akeem Hicks. I mean, that's huge. He doesn't have his running mate. I love Roaches, but he's a rotational player.
We did a better job of stopping the run this week, but he's not pushing the pocket. But we're also also not putting teams in obvious passing situations, and because we're not scoring points, our D line can't tee off. We're not forcing teams to have to play catch up and throw the ball a lot. So it's one of those things, man, where this offense starts putting up points, starts putting pressure on the other offenses. You'll see those sack numbers come up.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, you'll see our defense become a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, when you're trying to hold on to a fucking lead, you're not going to necessarily get crazy out there.
Bang, bang, bang. We heard this for years. We heard it from fucking the shitty coaches. We heard it from the fucking really shitty coaches. And we're hearing it from a good coaching staff here because it's true. Across the league, doesn't matter what coaching staff, complementary football. And we're not doing it right now. If our offense was doing what they're supposed to be doing, Stank, you're right. We probably could tee off and get more sacks. And it probably would put Vita in a better position. And we need Hicks and all that all that fun stuff, but we're not playing complimentary football right now.
Pat Williams,
Williams.
I think you're probably right. By the way, it's Godecki and Hainsey. I think that those two pieces are really hurting us, man. It's just I think it's as simple as that, man. They can't run what they want to fucking run. They have to stick with these fucking safer plays because they don't want Tom to get fucking killed back there. And there are probably a lot of creative ways to help that we're not doing either. You know what I mean? It's not. They are an issue, and I don't know if they're going to get better.
But man, against the Falcons, we took multiple shots. Against the Falcons, we looked like we were going to open it up a little bit, and we still had Godecki not blocking well in that game. We still had Godecki not Tom.
But the Falcons don't have that defensive line that the Steelers have either.
Dude, every team we played has gotten the best guy right at Luke, and it's fucking worked for them. What's his name? Grady Jackson? What the fuck his name is?
Grady Jarrett.
Jarrett.
He played well against us. No surprise. He went against Luke Godecki, man. And that's not the shit on him. I'm sure he might develop into a great player because Jason Light knows what he's doing. But right now, he's not the dude. And he is hurting us. But
Sammer Stank said it best last night, bro. And you weren't there. That was our shenanigans late last night. I don't want to look ahead, and neither Stank either, obviously. But dude, what the fuck is Godecki against Aaron Donald gonna look like in 2 weeks? I mean, Lord Jesus,
they're gonna be running.
What is Godecki against
They're going to be
fucking
running.
Aaron Donald.
They're going to be running away from him the entire night, which they should be doing every week anyway. They shouldn't be running towards Gadecki. Yesterday, one run towards the right side ends up being a fucking 7 yards on 3rd and 1. I mean, there's no fucking like why we don't utilize or lean on the good side of our offensive line as opposed to the shitty side. And that's not a shot at Donovan Smith, but
Greg DeCruz says, "How do we get better there? Does Light make a trade? Bro, nobody's trading starting quality guards and centers right now. There's just I don't give. And even if somebody was trading one, we don't have a cap room to sign a fucking guy like that.
And they got to learn the playbook and all that shit. Yeah, it's rough. But he also said another good point, which is part of bringing it back, right? Because we're not all negative Nancy. And I said earlier, it's only 6 games, but if our expectations weren't so high, we would probably get away with these growing pains.
Yeah.
Our expectations were super high.
If
and
Trask
all of us sat
Trask
here and
was back
I sat right here in this fucking chair and I said, it's all good. 12's going to get the ball quick. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem. We're fine with Gadecki. Fucking Jensen went down. We're going to be fine. A little nervous, but we're going to be fine. So far, we're not fine.
No.
We're okay. We've won 3 games. It's only 3 games. And like Greg said, I hope it's what Greg says. Hopefully it's just growing pains. But we're all laughing about this. And
right, you'd rather them take their shit sandwiches now and us
now, yeah.
Them find their footing
right now. We want to play it later. Take your shit sandwiches now.
But my thing is too, like there are times where Gadecki looks bad, but there are plenty of other times where the offensive line does its job, and we're not calling creative plays where it's like pointless. It's a dump off to Lenny for 2 yards with him trying to run over somebody with his back as opposed to his actual fucking shoulder pads.
I never understood that.
Like. There's too many other plays that occur besides Gadecki having it. Like, it's not like Gadecki is bad on every single play. And Tom does get the ball out quickly, regardless of that. Where's the creativity? Where's the, like, getting guys open? There's multiple times yesterday that Mike Evans was open and the ball didn't get to him. And we're not shitting on Tom, but, I mean, there's just, everyone has to receive some sort of criticism, right? Tom, Todd, all of these guys. We can't just, be Brady blind fans and just fucking give everyone else the garbage, right? It doesn't make any sense, but I don't know, man. We still have callers waiting.
It's on everybody.
Bring them on.
Yeah, Mike. Oh, run better routes, Mike. What the fuck? I'm kidding.
That's the only guy I probably can't put any blame on, honestly.
I'm kidding. And Godwin fucking played his ass off, bro, and took some big hits over the middle too. And somewhere he didn't even get the ball because it was a bad throw.
Tom just couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
Tom missed a couple times. But that whole like zoned in on one guy that we see from Tom, that thing does kind of bother me a lot. Where it looks like he just throws the ball to Godwin. Just throws the ball.
He goes into check down mode. He goes into this fucking default check down mode.
He did it against Washington last year. It was nothing but fucking check downs. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
It's so fucking frustrating. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? And it was just, he got hit that one time. You guys remember? Early in the first quarter, and he turned into check down Charlie. So until they figure it out up front, guys, it's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you, he's hearing footsteps and shit, and it could be affecting the play calling. I don't fucking know, but he doesn't trust it. I mean, last year we had fucking Jensen and we had Marpet, and it took one solid hit by that defensive tackle in Washington, and his entire demeanor changed, bro. He's like, nope, not getting hit again. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but I still.
There's no but it was fact. You watched the game.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, before that stuff's even happening in our games, we're not creative. We're going 3 and out on almost every single first.
Because he doesn't want it to happen. He doesn't want to get hit.
Oh man, they didn't get pressure on us in the first half. I mean, like that game was not. It was not on the offensive line. It wasn't. We just weren't calling shit that makes sense. We run the ball up the middle. Like, come on, dude.
Hey, Leo Galimara says, $5 super chat says, you guys see Brady's post on Instagram? Yes, we saw it. I retweeted it. Stank retweeted it. I don't know if Sammer did. Nothing Tom does is on accident. That was clearly shade. Clearly shade.
Of all the pictures he could have picked, it could have been the whole offensive line.
Yeah.
He cropped it. He cropped the picture. He's
like,
like, make sure I don't get Wirfs in here or fucking Donnie.
Fine, Mason's good.
Bro, we're good, bro.
Like, just you two motherfuckers aren't playing to the level we could, but we're gonna be better.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Right?
Yeah. He may have given us the answers to our questions with that Instagram
right
post.
there, bro.
Right there, bro.
I'm telling you. And I get what you're saying, Sammer. It's early and shit, we're running the ball, but that could be part of it too. You said it early in the show, and so does Stank. He's not going to sign off on anything that he doesn't feel comfortable with. I tell you what he doesn't feel comfortable with. Getting fucking hit, bro. And he's probably sitting in that fucking room with Leftwich like, God damn it, we want to stretch it. but I can't trust these motherfuckers because I don't want to fucking get hit. We don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying that could be what's happening. I'm not fucking getting hit, Byron.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
It's
Like
the only
we're
thing.
all intelligent people here, right? All of us.
I know,
Everyone
He
on
looks
this chat.
skittish. He looks nervous. He's fucking throwing worm burners. He's
But he's
inaccurate.
not. Yeah, but he's not the guy that's gonna back down though. That's not his MO. So
What are
I
you
get what you're
talking-
saying.
We just said he backed down against Washington, bro.
I know what you mean, but
He's like, why even get to the point where I get hit?
But-
I'm not getting hit until these fuckers can get their shit together.
When he dumps it off quickly like that to Lenny, I totally agree that may be on Tom. That that's him not letting. I even said it earlier, like we don't even let our plays develop sometimes. We're already throwing it to Lenny because he's a pre-snap read guy. It's been his thing always. But there's also other times, dude, where you're like, come on. We're not calling plays that make any fucking sense. Is Byron not calling plays because he's afraid? Is Byron the one who's
exactly
afraid?
what I'm saying, dude.
Well, that can't be a thing, dude. You can't be calling plays because your line sucks.
When you're
Just call
45
better
years
plays.
old, when you're 45 years old and you're Tom
You
fucking
call
Brady,
better plays,
and
though.
You also have to.
and you stare at the sideline where I have that beautiful clip that got like 50,000 views. Love you guys. Where he's looking at Byron like, fuck your stupid fucking play. That's probably what's happening now. He's like, hey, we're going 88 out the gate, baby. And he turns back, fuck your stupid fucking play. I'm not getting hit. We're checking this motherfucker down,
I think
we're
it's
running
more.
up the middle.
I think it's more that Byron is just changing the way he calls plays to avoid that issue by thinking it could happen, as opposed to just going out there and
You
being.
think he's going to neuter Tom?
He's neutering his team.
You think he's going to neuter Tom, or Tom would neuter himself? You think Leftwich is going to tell Tom, hey, Tom, we're not fucking throwing downfield? You think he's going to
He's calling the plays, apparently. Someone's calling these plays, dude.
Come
Who's
on,
calling
bro.
them?
We know it's collaborative. Come on, Sammer. Stop it,
You
bro.
don't, so hold on. Byron
Sammer,
sends a
stop
play
it.
in. Byron sends a
you
play
gonna
in.
tell Kobe you're not taking the shot? Or you
No.
gonna tell Jordan you're not taking the shot,
But
bro?
if Tom agrees,
That's
Tom,
your argument that he's in that
Tom
level.
can't
he's that
override
fast.
every single play. He's not going to do that.
He would override that shit, bitch. Like by the second quarter, he's like, okay, I
I'm
got
not
13
saying
outside,
you're not listening to
motherfucker.
me. You're not listening to me. He's not going into the helmet. Hey, I'm afraid you're going to die today, so we're not going to throw anything. That's not what's happening. Okay, I'm saying
Could be.
I think
Byron
smart-
in the back of
Tom
his head
smart
is
enough
calling.
to figure out we're trying to not get you dead, bro. He's smart enough to
I
figure
get
that out.
that, but Byron is calling a safer play. He's not calling anything that makes any sense, even by the formations themselves. They're not creative.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, bro. We don't have like the Chiefs personnel. We don't have those quick hit guys necessarily, right?
No,
Most of
don't.
it. Our offense is kind of predicated on taking a little bit longer for plays to develop, so guys like Mike and Godwin can do what they do and get downfield. So that even makes it worse, honestly, because our check down game doesn't involve any real, seriously quick hit guys, unless you want to try to get Darden involved and get Scotty involved, which
Scotty isn't that, and maybe Stank Nostradamus wasn't that off. We're missing a guy like AB, bro. Because listen. Scotty's not that guy. He's not.
No.
He's fast vertically. He's not quick in and out of his route. He's not a great route runner. Gage is not that guy either. I think we were told that early. Remember, I was like, oh my God, he's going to fit right into AB role. They're like, no, he's an outside guy.
Gage still not 100% either.
And he's not 100%. And who knows if he will be. Hamstrings are fucking finicky for the year.
He's not.
But 100% or not, that's not his game. He's an outside guy.
Right.
They signed him with the intention of playing outside and Godwin going back to his spot where he flourishes in the slot. We just don't have anybody in the middle that can get open quick. We just don't.
Yep, and we'll never get yards after the catch in this offense. It's just
Godwin will.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point. But if you don't have those guys, scheme those guys open, man. It's not hard to give guys space. Like we talked about, Cooper Kupp. Guy catches the ball 1,000,000 times a game, and everyone knows it's only going to him, and he still
Who
is
on this
wide
team is
open.
Cooper Kupp, though?
I'm just giving an example. You can get anybody. The team.
No, but when Jake was on here, we talked about this.
Cooper
Who on
Kupp,
this team is Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp's not getting open on his own, dude. He's getting schemed wide open. Everyone on that team knows
Who
he's
on
going to
this
get
team
the
is
ball.
Cooper Kupp?
That's not my point. I'm not talking
You're
about
not
him.
answering the question.
You don't think we can scheme Godwin open every goddamn play?
Every play?
They do it to Kupp. They do it to Christian McCaffrey. They do it to every fucking player in the league.
It worked out great for Christian McCaffrey yesterday, didn't it?
You're missing my point, man. You're not. They're not going to make those plays. I get it. Our guys are not going to have the speed.
Arizona
after the pass.
shut down Cooper Kupp 2 weeks ago. He only had the rushing touchdown.
One
He
time.
only had like 3
Great.
catches.
They still fucking target him 1,000,000 goddamn times. That's my point. They get him open. He's not getting open on his own. He does at times. Don't get me wrong. But he's not getting open every goddamn time on his own. They throw the ball 100 times, dude. Come on.
I agree with you. Latte. Who the fuck on this team is Cooper Kupp? Outside of Scott.
I'm not talking about
the triple crown guy, bro.
I'm not talking about after he catches the ball. He's a triple crown guy because they force feed him. Any offensive coordinator can force feed to anybody on their team. You play the fucking Rams, they only have one option, and he still gets the ball a billion times. The Chiefs only have one option. Kelsey, he still gets the ball a billion times.
Hey, the chat is loving you, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, bro.
I'm right.
Come on, bro.
Are you full screen right now?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Go to the Sammer Cam.
At some point,
this is your moment, bro. This is the best moment you've had all season, bro. I've never seen anybody ever agree with you.
You're not missing. You guys are missing my point.
Yeah, somebody said, "Shut Latte."
Shut up, Latte.
Shut it.
They're saying Sammer's right 100%.
Hey, hold on. How many times have we faced a team?
Hey, just shut the fuck up until you put the Sammer Cam.
Fine.
Yeah, Sammer Cam.
How many times have we faced a team? How many times have we faced a team down receivers and their backups come in and catch 100 goddamn balls on us because they scheme them open? Anybody can do that. Cooper Kupp is not wide open every time on his own, especially with nobody else on the team to throw the ball to. He is schemed the fuck open, man. That's my point. I know he does magical shit after he catches the ball. Don't get me wrong. We don't have the guy that does that magical shit. I agree with you, but that's not my point. My point is that why can't we make it easier for these guys? I can get Leonard Fournette open. I can get Cooper Kupp or not Chris Godwin open. Like I can do that. If
you
you're
can
an
do
offensive no, as an offensive
Oh,
coordinator,
okay.
you should
Okay,
be able to do that.
I thought you were saying you could do it.
Like it's like this team acts like it's against the rules.
Read the super chat, bro.
Well, yeah, read
the
it.
Super chat. Leave it on Sammercam. I'm loving Sammercam right now.
I do too, bro.
By the way,
this
we
is the
got
best
a
moment you've
fan
ever had.
since '98. Got to call it the way I see it. Team looks different, and Tom
You
seems
took me
more
to Sammercam,
agitated
you
than
son of a
ever.
bitch. I'm not interested.
BA to Bulls is felt. Maybe we are just bored. We need to wake up ASAP. Josh Kyle, I maybe kind of agree, but not. I know we definitely need to wake up. I don't know if they're bored. And Todd G, so Sammer 100% correct. I agree.
So Sammer, what you're saying, bro, for the entire diatribe is we need to sign Sean McVay.
Yeah. Go get McVay.
I don't
fire Leftwich, sign Sean McVay.
My point is you don't need a genius.
Shanahan.
No, you don't need a genius to pull it off. That's my point, dude. You don't need a genius to pull it off. We're calling plays scared. We're calling plays afraid of what may happen. Tom Brady calls the plays in hurry up offense, does he not? What does he do? What does he do, Latte? Does he dump it off every time?
No, he threw a fucking rope to fucking Otten right over the middle. That was fucking beautiful.
So then,
by the way, beautiful throw, beautiful catch. That was just gorgeous. You said it was the most boring game you ever seen.
There's
that
one
throw
moment
right there.
There's one moment.
Yeah, Cali Bucks. That comment makes me worry about you, bro. That you actually thought it was a good idea to reply and say the Rams would never get rid of McVay.
Come on, Cali.
Mute yourself, Cali Bucks.
Not really go.
Wait,
we're not really going to try and trade for him?
When I see Tom move the ball and hurry up offense, I have to think, all right, it's not Tom. He's not afraid in hurry up offense of getting hit as opposed to regular. Does that go away? Does he all of a sudden trust his left guard when they're
because he can keep him in the same personnel. It doesn't allow him to fucking sub.
So play that way. Start the fucking game. Start the fucking game and hurry up offense.
Start the whole game and hurry up. Just do the whole fucking thing. Hurry up.
Start it in that way.
Fuck it, bro.
This all sounds well and good. But you're talking to a coaching staff who's been top 5 offense the last 2 years, who won a Super Bowl with the same philosophy, and they're going to look at you and say, "Go fuck yourself."
This is not the same offense.
We can win this way too.
This is not the same offense.
It can't be because we don't have the same personnel.
No, it's not the same offense.
Same offense, different personnel.
Isn't that what he told you right to your face?
Yeah, he did.
He did right to your face.
Listen, I walked up to Leftwich, bro. I walked right. It goes. I walked right up to
Byron. I don't
Byron.
appreciate these first down runs.
I said, Byron, it stank. The fan base is pissed, bro. And I personally don't. And I looked up. I was like, oh shit, he's big as fuck, bro. And I stopped right there.
No. Stop your story. We need to go full screen of the stank cam and how this happened because the fucking bass in his voice changed and everything. Mr. Byron.
I was like, listen, Byron.
Go full screen, Sam.
I did that.
Byron,
he went on listen. He called Tom Brady a bitch last time. I can't.
We're fucking pissed, bro. All right. Everybody knows it's you, Byron. All right. Everybody knows. Okay. And we're fucking sick of all your shit. And I walked right up in his face and I was like, Byron. I put my finger right in his chest. I was like, you
higher pitch.
Stop calling runs on first down. So we'll see what happens.
You know what he did? He looked at you and said, I needed that.
He said he needed that. Since we are shills for the team, and listen, last night we all three had fucking dinner with the guys after the game, the whole coaching staff. Just so we could get the narrative the team wants us to push. We do that every week. This is our ideas right here. This is what the team wants you to hear.
I'm gonna go to these fucking calls. Dude.
Take a call. Hey,
code,
this is the last call, bro. But there's Monday Night Football on. I got fantasy players playing.
Dude, and I need to go to fucking sleep, you pieces of shit.
We've been fucking up since 4 o'clock in the morning. We love you guys. That's why we're here. But let's put this motherfucker to bed, and we got to play the pussy.
Lindsay said he wants a biscuit or she wants a biscuit.
Don't read a chat when we just open the fucking phone line to a guy.
510. 510. Go.
Gentlemen, how are you doing today, fellas?
We've been better, man.
Fleetwood, man.
I know his voice.
Long-time listener, first-time caller, man.
What up, man?
What's up, man?
Man.
This is my first time calling. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me stop it. This is my first time calling. Let me give y'all my wing references.
Look, he didn't even need to be told what to do, bro.
He already knows.
He didn't even need to be told what to do.
Okay. He gets it.
Yes, sir, man. So, me preferably, I don't really give a fuck if they're wet or dry. It's just blue cheese all the way. No time for ranch. Not even thinking about ranch. Ranch doesn't even enter my house.
I love it.
So,
man, after my
where you been
all
our
what
lives,
I'm calling about, man. Oh, bro, man. It's been a rough few years for me, man. I have a daughter who was born. She's still in the hospital since she was born. But I don't want to bore y'all. Poppy, I want to reach out to you, brother, because I know when I had posted something a couple of weeks back, you reached out to me, and we're all praying for you. And I know you had some rough times this last couple of weeks, but the Bug Nation is still praying for you, bro, and my family is praying for you as well, bro.
I appreciate that, man. Likewise to you and your family and your daughter.
Appreciate it. Stank, you are my favorite. I love you, Sammer. I interact with you more, I believe, Sammer, but I love you, Stank. You are my favorite.
Thank you, man. I love you too, bro. I feel like we're already.
That's the first time he's ever been called the favorite, bro. He's grinning.
You're crazy, bro.
He made his fucking year,
He's
bro.
so
You're
happy.
crazy.
He's gonna dance after this show down the street.
He is. He's gonna fire up the hot tub, bro. Holy
dance
shit.
nude down at MLK. We're gonna have to go bail him out
In my hot dog suit.
All right, 510. Go ahead. What's your
that's
take,
what's up.
man? What's your take on that absolutely disgusting loss?
I hate to say that. I don't want to say that I felt it coming, but we never do good down there, bro. Never do good down there. We've had some lucky chances, but we never do good down there. This goes back to the fucking early 2000s when they called us paper champs, bro. We never do good down there, man. But and we don't do good against, rookie quarterbacks. We don't do well against Mitch Trubisky. So, I mean, you gotta see it in the picture. Even though we got Brady, bro, it is what it is, man.
No wonder stinks.
We need more pressure from our defensive front every fucking game. We don't get it. Where is it? Why does it have to come from the ends? I need some. Maybe I'm spoiled from SAP, but I need some fucking interior fucking pressure, bro. Can we get some numbers from Vita, bro? I mean, Nacho is good. I love Nacho, but I'd rather see Ghostin in there, bro. Come on, man. Let's get some numbers in there, man. Let's run this shit up.
Or Logan Hall, rookie, who gets a little pass rush. We'll push.
Yeah, I mean, he gets it, but and I don't want to sound like we're asking too much of him from his first year, but we need a little more. I mean, we all want to see a little more. It'd be nice to have a little more. Second, other than Edwards, we don't. Well, and Dean, I will give Dean that. We don't have any. Here's a clip for you. Ball hawks. None whatsoever.
I'd say Logan Ryan, Edwards,
Mike Edwards,
and Winfield are all ball hogs.
They are. But
two
if
of which
they
are
don't
hurt
show
right
up,
now.
then no one else shows up.
No, but you can only do
There's
so
no one
much.
else out
If
there.
the ball doesn't come to you and there's opportunity, what are you gonna do, man? They threw safe
I
passes
mean, I
all
get
day
that.
yesterday. There wasn't a single risky throw that they put in their rookie or Mitch's hands. Mitch, who by the way is
You're
not a
right.
good quarterback.
You're right, but I'm not just going by this game. I'm talking about period.
I mean,
But I understand.
Yeah, but if you can get 6-7 yards a clip on us, you don't really have to do much else. Falcons
that's
almost
true.
came back.
That's
Falcons came back without even having to throw the ball. So
That's true.
you can't
But
be a ball
divisional
hawk.
games are going to always be a little rougher than any other games. Divisional games are always going to be rougher and tougher than any other games.
Correct.
And my last take, man, I know no one is going to like this, and I know Corey is not going to like this. I didn't get to hear who called before me because I was on hold for a while, but I miss OJ. I miss Johnson.
Come on.
Bro.
Really?
Come on, bro.
OJ Howard?
What did OJ Howard do
What did
for
OJ
us?
have with us in the
What are
Super
you
Bowl game
missing
the year
from him?
after? Like 10
What
catches?
are you
Because I know
missing from him?
There's not necessarily. I just need the.
You just want him out there lined up doing nothing. It makes you feel better.
Maybe I'm just not happy with the production from the tight end position.
Oh, none of us are.
But at the same time, OJ did get a lot more.
OJ, I mean, if you want, I'll call Cade and I'll tell him to switch his number to 80 so you can see it out there. It makes you feel a little comfortable, but he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything at all.
This offense doesn't use a tight end.
He had a lot of nice touchdowns for us, bro. You see, as soon as he got out of here, he scored his first week in Houston.
Yeah, he scored.
He's probably not doing shit now.
And then he hasn't done shit since.
He got
nothing.
He got cut from the team that signed him in the offseason. He got cut, and then he ends up in Houston. He scored 2 touchdowns in week 1 because no one even thought he could still catch the ball. Then what happened? I mean, he didn't do anything because he wasn't used here, and that's fine. Whatever. What are you missing though?
Hey, I love you and I love your call, but just
call up until that.
Yeah, it was a great fucking call.
Just for the sake of context, right? Because I love playing fantasy football. Week 1, 2 catches. Week 2, 1 catch. Week 3, 0 catches. Week 4, 2 catches. Week 5, 0 catches. Those are OJ's stats on the year. He's got 38, 7, 27 yards. He's got less than 100 yards on the season.
That sounds like Cam Brate stats.
We are missing a tight end, but it's not that one, bro.
It's not.
That's the wrong one.
You're right. You're probably right. I don't know. Like I said, he had a lot more, prettier looking touchdowns than Cam did.
Oh, he's a pretty looking guy.
And they weren't all, red zone. He had some nice 30-yarders, some 25-yarders, but we missed that. And since we don't have Gronk, and we need somebody else, and we don't have that other tight end. Kyle is okay. The Cade is good, but
he's a rookie, and he had a good game last week.
He's a rookie, exactly.
Yeah, but plus, unless OJ showed us that was going to be consistently what he was, which is a Gronk replacement, there was no way we were going to pick up that option of his and pay him on a fucking question mark.
Very true.
He was a gray area at best. And most of the time he's not done shit.
We all have to thank OJ, honestly, because if it wasn't for him, we would have drafted Dalvin Cook, and then Winston probably would have stuck around a few more years. We never would have got Brady. So really, the OJ draft pick got us a Super Bowl. Thank you, OJ.
It worked out for us. Worked out for us in the long run.
Yeah.
Thank you, OJ. Not many people say thank you, OJ, ever, but yeah.
You're true. Yeah, you're true. I mean, you're right, bro. Listen, can we end this fucking show? Yes. My brain is fucking done.
Great call.
Yes, please, you guys get some rest, bro.
Great call. Thank you for calling.
Great call, man.
More, man.
Don't be a stranger.
Great call.
I won't.
I don't remember these said pretty touchdowns. He had one really pretty one right before he tore his Achilles.
Maybe he was talking about like how his.
I remember like the leak out ones that he.
I'm thinking like I know it's pretty because if you look at his biceps and stuff like that, like if you look at how chiseled he is.
Oh, he's pretty. He's a pretty looking dude.
But what people like, I know people bringing this whole thing up with the tight ends, but you guys remember when we first got Gronk and we were like, why are we bringing him in here? BA doesn't even use his tight ends, which he didn't.
Yeah.
And then it took him a while to actually understand how to use him. Remember, he was a blocking tight end for a little bit. Now that he's gone, like if this is the same offense, of course, there is no tight end like route tree in this offense so far. It's just not a thing. Unless it's Gronk, and that's just because he's fucking Gronk. He's probably running wide receiver routes at that point anyway.
Derek Sam says the red zone is where we need tight ends. No, Derek, I agree, but at the same time, throw the fucking ball to Mike Evans. He's right there.
Once you get to the 12-yard line, it's
just
a fade.
Throw it out to Mike.
Throw a fade every time. I don't give a fuck if anyone knows it. Throw a fade once you get to the 12-yard line. We wait till we get to the 2-yard line and everything shrinks and we're like, fuck. We only have 2 plays in this part of the fucking field. Shit.
Run up the middle.
Run up the middle. Or kind of run up the middle fake and try to get someone in the middle.
Rolls out, pumps, throws it away.
Gah!
Fucking shit.
The good thing we try for that 2.5 yards. Get 5! Get 5 yards!
Sam, it's really easy, bro. Every time we get in the fucking red zone, which we did a lot this week, we just fucking kicked a lot of field goals. Just throw a fade to Mike. We saw it in week 1. What do you want, babe? Fade. What you want, babe?
Sides.
Fade.
All you
what you want,
sides.
babe? Fade.
Hey,
and then fucking Donnie came on here and said, you throw the fade until they play the fade, and then you fake the fade, and run a fucking slant inside. And Mike can do that too and body him up.
Even if they know about the fade, call back shoulder fade. No one can stop that play ever.
Man,
just
that doesn't take time to develop.
Back shoulder fade. 12-yard line, back shoulder fade. 12-yard line,
throw it up.
Back shoulder fade. Byron, get the team to the 12-yard line, call a back shoulder fade. That's all I want. It's a win.
We'll do it. Listen, Byron said he'll do that after, Lenny runs it down to the 1.
No, the 12. The 12-yard
No, bro.
line.
Lenny needs to run it down to the 1 every drive.
We get to the 12 or better, bro.
No, we have to run, bro. Listen, 12. It's in Lenny's contract, bro.
No,
you got to give him the ball inside the 20. He's supposed to run it down to the 1 every time because we can't score from the 12, only from the 1.
No, once they get to the fucking 1, they only know how to run a play that will get them 1.1 yards.
1.1
or
yards.
-4. Okay? There's no other option for some reason.
Where everyone's collectively looking. Did he get across? Did he get across?
Like, why? Why do we have to do that every time?
I can't tell. I can't fucking
2nd and 1. Hand up off the middle. God damn it. Did he get it? Fuck. I don't know. Should we throw a flag? No, we got 2 more downs to do the same thing.
2 more downs. We're fine.
3rd and 1. Oh, fuck. Did he get across? Why? Just throw for fucking 12 yards. Please. Just throw it for 3 yards.
13.
We throw for 3 yards so well on 3rd and 6.
To 13.
This is how I look at it. 3rd and 6. We run the best 5, 4, or 3-yard routes in the entire league. We are unstoppable on 3-yard routes.
Yeah, am I the only one after we got the play, blown up on the 2nd down play, and it was like 3rd and 5? We're like, I think we have a better chance from the 5 than we do.
That's
from the
my point.
1-inch line.
When we get to the 3rd and 1, we should just start calling the plays we call on 3rd and 6, and that's it. We fixed it. It's solved.
I think it was Stan's words were, "Thank God we lost that." Now we're at now it's 3rd and 5. Now we're
now it's 3rd and 5. Now we
I
have
said
a
the
chance.
same thing too. I was like, "Hey, at least we'll call a play that'll go further than 1.1 yards."
Oh,
great. But you know what we did? We called a 4-yard route. But I'm just saying, call those 4-yard routes on 3rd and 1. That's all I want, man.
Hey, that was frustrating. Stan pointed that out a couple times. There were so many 2nd downs, bro. We ran like we needed. It's 2nd and 10. We run a 9-yard route, and then it's 3rd and 1. It's fucking 2nd and 6. We're a 5-yard route. It's like, can we run 1 more yard, please? Can we get a little more depth?
But dude,
Why is it third? How many 3rd and 1s do we have, bro?
Yeah, but too often those 2nd and 10s also become fucking 3rd and 11s. It's like it's just when we run the ball, we run the same plays. It's just so easy to do. Just run outside.
Sammer, can we get the fuck out of here, bro? We're just rambling.
Yeah, people in the chat are saying, "Have you talked about Luke Gedeke yet?" Yeah, no, we haven't. We hadn't. No, we like that guy. He's doing great. All right, end the show.
Hey, Brady talked about it, okay? Posted him.
Hey, okay, before we leave, last thing before we leave, this Sunday we are back at Penthouse. All right, we're back at Penthouse. Damn right. We need some booty and titty, something to cleanse this palate of that absolutely like we just dated an ugly chick in Pittsburgh. All right. When you come back to Tampa,
there's no such thing as ugly.
Hey, bro. By the way, Sammer,
beautiful inside.
Sammer, if you end the show any other way than what Bucs by 30 just put in the chat, if you end it any other way,
I know.
I'm taking the rest of the week off.
All right, but join us at Penthouse. You pay cheaper by registering ahead. It's on tailgreeter.com. Search Loose Cannons. It'll pop up with our tailgates and our watch parties. We're partying at Penthouse. It's going to be amazing, and they will have their restaurant open. I was given word last Sunday that would happen. Shut up, Stank. I'm talking. All right? That means you can order off the menu. Drinks are included. First few drinks are included, whatever it was we've done. So that's happening this fucking Sunday. Beat the shit out of them pussycats while also smelling a bunch of absolutely delicious.
Al Johnson in the chat earlier said, "What is Penthouse? Is it a strip club?"
It's a gentleman's club.
No, it's a gentleman's club. It's not a strip club. It's not trashy at all. It is a fine gentleman's club. I mean,
I said it was a library.
It's also, those of you that are in Tampa, I'm not fucking around. This is true story. It's like a 5-star rated fucking steakhouse.
It is a 5-star, not like. Oh, my eyes all fucked up.
It's a 5-star rated fucking steakhouse.
I want to say.
I mean, titties, football, wings, and I can have a steak.
And we're undefeated.
Stuff
we're undefeated with those shows too.
We are undefeated when we go there, but you're saying
we're undefeated.
First half.
We're undefeated with ass shaking on the poles during a football game. That's all I'm saying.
But you're saying I can stuff my face with chicken wings in the first half, and then the second half I can have a fucking steak?
Yeah, and then after the game's over, you can throw dollar bills at the most beautiful thighs you've ever
So
seen.
I'm doing that before. I'm doing that during halftime. I'm doing that commercial
I'm
breaks.
saying you can stay afterwards and enjoy some extra thighs.
Ooh,
All right? Who doesn't like a
that.
juicy thigh?
I love thighs.
Thighs
Hey,
are so good.
Seriously, those special thanks to everyone who traveled with us this past weekend. And, of course, a
Especially.
much gigantic special thank you to Mr. Zach Johnson, Bucs by 30. All right? Because he introduced us to the psych ward. Phenomenal. Amazing experience.
Phenomenal.
Awesome to be down there. Phenomenal. And he also introduced us to what may slowly become my favorite state ever.
Hold on, before you do it.
Before
you do it, I want to give a special thanks to everybody that came on the trip. I want to thank Zach for helping us out, hooking us up, and give us a ride. Zach, I apologize that I could not see the psych ward, but you guys know that I flew in late because of a funeral. It's been a shitty couple weeks, so I appreciate all the love from everyone. And yes, to
Becky.
those that travel with us.
And Becky.
So those that travel with us and stuff, and Zach, I apologize
Deborah.
that I couldn't see the psych ward.
And Deborah. Say and Deborah. Thank you. Go ahead.
So those of you that I couldn't see until the day of the tailgate of the game, I apologize. But I made my best effort to get there as early as possible. And I was there for the game. So, all right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So anyways, he introduced us to Stank and I. We absolutely fell in love with the state of West Virginia. Did we not, Stank?
You did, dude. I first of all, I didn't realize that that's my people up there.
Yeah.
Mountain people. Barely anybody in that town had shoes on. Really, they didn't have lights. They didn't have roofs. They didn't have a whole lot of anything up there.
Shit in buckets.
They just shit in the woods, bro.
We went to a restaurant
for a bucket.
That had walls and no ceiling, and I still don't know how they cooked any of our food, but it was pretty delicious though.
Sammer tried meth for the first time. It was an experience.
Yeah. So anyway,
he changed the subject so bad because you had meth.
You had meth, bitch. Sammer had meth, everybody.
Listen,
in pill form, if that's a thing.
What you missed, Latte, is the first night we went out, Stank was actually leaning up against a light post, smoking actual meth. Like,
no, you weren't.
Torch in hand, bubble in the other, trying to get out of the wind so he could fucking light the bottom of that thing.
It was a cigar, but it
asked me multiple times.
May as well have been meth because I couldn't get it fucking lit.
Multiple times
we went
leading
from
up to the
120
hotel.
people watching down to 80, bro. This show's over. So just end the
This show is fucking over.
I'm going to end this show the only way I know how to end it now. West Virginia, right now, over me.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 on a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me. They're not double up or get none of their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted. So I'm to one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close. I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 on a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me, they need a blade in a sheath, a shank in a piece, a crate full of heat, an army of fleet, a tank in a jeep, a navy at sea, with ace a marine, an ace up their sleeve, a team of marines, a freak on a leash, a beast with an appetite, razor for